I've been pretty busy on Football Rewritten this week, adding some of the things that I think the final game really needs to have that extra layer of authenticity, realism, and depth. They're not huge things like my animation system, which is nearly done and is now working with dribbling and with passing, but it is two things that you probably will notice and appreciate if you're spending time in the 3D match engine. So let's start by looking at the smaller of the two projects, which was to finally have goal nets react to the ball. For too long, the ball would just hit the net and it was a static mesh and it would just bounce off. Sure, the camera was quite far away, so you probably couldn't even tell this was happening, but I thought because I'm going to be adding different cameras and a replay system soon, it really should feel satisfying when you score a goal. It also kind of motivated me to keep working on my shooting system too, but this is what the nets look like now. I think they look pretty decent, if I do say so myself. There are basically a bunch of points in the net, and if the ball hits one of them, it sends force into the net, moves that part of the net back a little bit, but also affects some of the nearby points too. I think that it does look like a real net, and it makes seeing your ball hit the back of the net feel quite satisfying, whether you're playing with the player or just managing a team, which again is something important if you want to make a football game feel good. For me to code goal nets and model them, it took me about a day of my week. I spent another day working on the animation system and some positioning logic, but for the rest of my week, I was spent improving the stadium pipeline. By this, I mean the process of me creating a stadium and getting it into the game, making it look nice, and then integrating it into the career mode as fast as possible. Before, I was modeling stadiums in Blender, and then I was having to import them into Unreal, adding all of the seats manually, and they weren't really integrated into the career mode at all. So, I had to spend some time designing a totally new process. So let's walk through how fast I can actually make a stadium now for this game. We could make a really small stadium, or we could make something huge. So let's just have a look in Blender and see what we can come up with. So by default, this is the standard stadium. Ignore the frame rate, that's just because I'm recording. We can change the amount of seats and the roofs around, so we can have a nice big roof, we can have a small roof, we can have as many rows of seats as we want. And of course, we've got things like scoreboards that we can add in as well. This is all stuff that's quite easy to do in Blender thanks to some of the plugins. If we add the amount of seats on the pitch right here, you can see how big of a stadium we're making. So we can do a single tier bowl all the way around. Maybe this is something that looks a little bit Eastern European if you add some floodlights. It can be 40,000 seats, it can be 20,000 seats, it can be 5,000 seats. Or you can go crazy and make a 5-tier ultra stadium that is 150,000 seats. This thing is absolutely crazy. I've never made anything like it, and you can tell because my PC is really struggling. But don't worry, that's again because I'm recording, we're in Blender, and everything works perfectly fine in the game. So we can customize quite a lot of this in the plugin, but we're not really going to because we're happy with just how the seats look, we're happy with the layout, we're happy with the floodlights. So we're going to run our script that takes information from every single seat and row, and it looks something like this. It's a massive JSON file. We go back into Unreal Engine, we go into the level that we're actually making our stadiums in. We're going to delete the old stadium that was in here. You can see this was actually the 2-tier medium one. That's about 30,000 seats. And we're going to trust the process works with almost 5 times as many seats. So we're going to import the stadium. You can see it's doing it at the bottom. We're going to drag it in. And here we go. This stadium is now in the level. It doesn't have any seats. It's got a massive hole. And you can see that the pitch is also offset. But we're going to add the seats in. Boom. Instantly, automatically done. We're then going to build the fans. And then we're going to set the attendance to be about half full for the home fans and 100% full for the away fans. You can see that that is now done. We have fans in our stadium. If it's half full, then it's probably about 70,000 of them. And this is still running at 60 FPS totally fine. So you can have such huge stadiums. This is now fully ready to test out in the career mode, and you can see all of the fans are 3D. It's not like PS2 graphics or anything like that. They're not super HD, but they're good enough. If we go into Football Rewritten, we're just going to go into the test match. We've got a couple of options in here now. We've got huge bowl. We can choose the seat stadium color. So remember how before it was red? Now we've set it to be white, and it's now in the game. Something that would have taken me probably 5 hours to do before, setting every single one of these stadiums and trying to avoid bits that were in the paths going up and out of the gates. That is now done automatically. It was such a huge time saver that I can now make a stadium in about 5 minutes, whereas before, like I said, it was about 5 hours, and I think they do look really good, and you can add quite a lot of variation with the sizes, with the roofs. I don't have to do bowls either. I can just put individual stands down and do a traditional English or European looking stadium. I can make things that look like they belong in 2050 if I want, with crazy coloured roofs like this one. I can make all of the fans have to stand up at all times like they would have done before the Hillsborough disaster in England, and it just adds so much variety. And while it's not the most important thing in a football game to have interesting stadiums to look at, I do think that it does add a little bit of depth and a little bit of realism if there is some variety in sizes and designs as time progresses. I'm still working to refine the gameplay on the pitch, so how the players position themselves, how they pass, how the animations look. Of course, that work is going to take a little bit longer, but I'm pretty proud of the 2 things we made this week while working on these features in the background. Overall, the game is starting to be pretty decent to play, even though it is nowhere near finished. We are still working on a lot of things, which is all being funded thanks to you guys donating to the Patreon and watching these videos. So if you enjoyed this video, please do make sure to like it and share it with someone else, because that helps support the project. But if you really want to help me out, then please do head over to the Patreon and subscribe to one of the tiers, whichever one you can afford, to help drive this project forward, because some of that money is going to artists, some of it's going to 3D modelers to create better stadiums, some of it's going to developers to help me make different things like the scoreboard at the top. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support this project, please do consider it, but otherwise, I'll see you soon. Cheers and goodbye.